In this video, we're going to take a look at the all-new Arrma Kraton EXB 6S, unbox it, take a quick look at it, then we're going to take it out for some speed tests to see what kind of speeds we can get stock out the box. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So what a way to close out 2023 than doing an unboxing of the all-new Arrma Kraton 6S EXB. This is the version 2 with this. So I'm going to unbox this in this video, and then I'm just going to take it out for a speed test, and then the next day or two I'm going to take it to a couple places to do some off-road running, like the skate park and stuff like that. So this vehicle actually comes featured with a lot of upgrades that was actually needed for it. I mean, of course, it's got the 775 chassis on it, but it's got several other upgrades on it too. And some of the major things is going to be some of the steering components, the drive yokes for the drive out yokes for the differential, and it's got a 25 tooth servo horn on there, and then a couple other things too. It also has the updated speed controller on it, and then also the updated servo too. And I've tested both of those, and those have been fine. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time trying to go through all that. I'm just going to go ahead, we're going to get this cracked open, and we're going to see what we got inside. All right, y'all, here we are. Have this bad boy unboxed and looking good. I like what they did with kind of the new paint scheme on this vehicle. They did put some more decals on it. It makes his actual body stand out more, being a darker blackish grayish type color, and it's just got a mean look to it. If you guys have owned a Kraton before, whether it's this one or just a regular Kraton, the V5 Kraton, you guys know these have a mean look to it. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on unboxing, but if you guys haven't seen one, at the time of this video, a lot of local hobby shops should have them in stock. So if you want to see one up close, you should go to your local hobby shop and check it out. And if you got one on order, a lot of people have actually messaged me and told me they actually gotten their vehicle already, or it's actually coming in the next day or so. So that's a good thing. I think one of the delays was they did an update on the actual speed controller because people were having problems with their big rock, so they went ahead and did that firmware update to the speed controller with it. So that was probably a slight delay in these vehicles coming out, but I think for the slight delay, we'd actually be pretty good with that, knowing that everything's going to be fine. So real quick, like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this unboxing with this. You do get a bag of goodies here, which is good. You guys see that there. We get double A's. We get a speed pinion gear, which we will test this Saturday for a super speed Saturday test to see if this can reach 65 plus miles per hour. So that's a 16 tooth that's in there. And you get some tools, some extra decal stickers for it, and you also get your instruction manual too. And I believe you probably get some shims and stuff in there as well. It's a couple of things in here with that. And then with the radio, of course, you get the DX3 radio. This radio does have ABC on it. It's got all your basic trims and whistles and stuff. And if you have a smart battery, you can actually read the level of the battery with the indicator stuff on the actual radio. So that's actually pretty good. And you have double A's for it. So thank you, Arrma, for starting to include double A's in your kits. So let's go ahead, let's look at this real quick. Like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time. There's going to be a link in the description if you guys want to go over to Horizon or Amain and check this out and purchase it from there if you haven't purchased one yet. So there'll be links down below in the description. It helps support the channel if you buy one through there, and if not, it's fine too. You can go to your local hobby shop and get one. So looking at this, I know they did some updates too, and I'm not going to go through everything with this. I did talk about it on my RC update, and I'll leave a link below in the description to that so you guys can check it out. But just looking at this off the bat, we're going to go ahead, we're going to take this body off, and I'm just going to go through a couple of things that I know right off the bat that they did update on. One of the biggest things, they did update the shocks. You guys see they have those bleeders up in there, and that's actually something you can actually screw out. And I believe there's a copper washer in there instead of like a rubber O-ring, which is actually good with that. And another big update you guys are going to see there is going to be these diff cases for it. In the past, they were actually plastic, and doing a lot of bashing and stuff, you'd actually break them, and I'd have to actually replace mine because I've done that on mine as well. Let's get this to focus in. There we go. So now with these being actually aluminum like this, that's actually going to be good. It's going to make this vehicle a lot more durable. And another thing they did was on these drive yokes. Let me see if I can shed a little light up in there. They updated that. Now that was a big issue with all the Arrma cars in the past. With that, the problem is that wasn't long enough. So sometimes when you guys are running, and you guys know if you had these vehicles before, you hit something, especially on the right side, these CVDs or CVAs would always pop out. and you'd have to try to pop it back in. So with this being longer, that should avoid that. So we're going to take that to the test. We're going to take this over to a construction site, to the skate park and stuff, and run it there with that. Other updates are going to be other little things to it. I believe they did update these chassis brakes, which are a little bit thicker with that. And then I'm going to turn this around real quick, and there's probably a couple things popping up too, showing you guys. Now they did actually add a screw in here before, instead of, I think it was like maybe a spring or something like that, that they had to actually keep this heatsink housing down for the motor. So that's actually going to make that a lot more secure. Of course, they got their safety pinion gear in here, and basically it's got an E-clip on the end of that. They have the new speed controller in here, and then they have this new servo and stuff as well, and that is 25 tooth, which is good because these servos are good. You guys know that I took my Big Rock and I ran it through water and stuff, and I took these electronics through hell and back, literally, and they survived. I didn't have any issues, but some people did. But I'm gonna take this and run this beast through a couple of things too, and see how this survives as well. And then another big update is gonna be the steering components and stuff in there. You guys can see how that is in there and how that's been reconstructed. So there's a couple things they actually did with this. So they didn't just update one or two things. They actually listened to, as what Arrma does, they listen to what the bashers say, what's breaking on it, and then they actually do improvements on it. And even on the wing mount and stuff, they actually did some adjustments, improvements for that as well. So that's going to be just a quick look at this, guys. Like I said, I'm not going to try to go through a lot of this and go too in depth because we want to see this run. So I'm going to get things geared up, and I'm getting ready to take this out, and we're going to do a speed test on 4S, and then we're also going to do a speed test on 6S. So I'm going to use some of my SMC Lipos for this. You guys know they have a sale going on too, so there'll be a link below in the description for that SMC Lipo stuff. You guys are looking to get some Lipos for this. So I'm going to use I think a 8800 4S and a 5500 6S that I'm going to put up in here. But let me go ahead, let me get all this stuff together, and let me get this out, and let's take this for a quick speed run to see what kind of speeds we get stock out the box. All right, y'all, we are out here with the 4S, and then we're going to put a 6S into the all new Kraton 6S EXB V2. So I'm going to make sure we got this GPS hooked up and we got this going. It should be catching. I just checked it and it is catching. So let's go ahead and let's start and let's get this going. Like I said, I'm using my SMC Lipo, so there is a link in the description, and they do have a sale going on right now. I know sometimes I forget, but this time, y'all, I'm gonna make sure that I don't forget. That's not doing bad for 4S. Let's get this on down. I heard something fall. That better not be my GPS. No, it wasn't. I was gonna say, I know it didn't come off. I made sure it was secure. Coming on back down. All right. Let's see what we got here on this first pass on 4S Lipo, and we do have the throttle up to 100%. So go ahead and get this a little closer. There we go. Stop. Let's read this. 39. All right, so let's take this back out and let's see if we can hit this 40 miles per hour with this. And I'm gonna actually adjust my steering rate some because he is making kind of wide turns. There we go. A lot better. Oh, did I start that? Y'all, did I start that? I don't know if I started it. Yeah, I did. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, did I not start that? All right. Let's see if we can break this 40 mile per hour on 4S. Said this weekend we'll be up here and we will do a super speed Saturday test with the 16 tooth pinion gear, the speed gear that's included with it. And I actually may bring an 18R20 too. So if you guys want to see that, put that in the description below. Maybe we'll need to go that far on 4S. Maybe we'll put that 18 in here and a 22 and maybe test all three of those, see what kind of speeds we get and see how the speed controller holds up when we start actually gearing it a little bit higher than what they recommended for speed. But anyway, let's see if we beat that 40. Drum rolls, please. 38. So we lost 1 mile because we just ran it through back and forth. So let me go ahead, let me put a 6S in here and then let's see what we get on 6S. All right, y'all, we got 6S in here, so we'll see how fast this goes. Now, I always say if you're gonna get one of these vehicles, I'd say go ahead and get a 6S Lipo because you have these trims here, if this can focus in, that can go 50, 70, and 100% on here. So you can always dial it down to 50% if you get this and focus in, there we go. If you get this and it's too fast on 6S, but we're gonna run this at 100% and see what kind of speeds we get. So I know my GPS is already set. Let's make sure he's catching, which he is, and let's go get this going. If I can get this set up right, there we go. Yeah, so he'll definitely probably pull wheelies off-road on 6S. Anyway, let's go. Ooh, AVC is kicking in. I gotta turn that down. He was like, no, 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 no. Let me turn this down just a little bit. All right, I think that's a little bit better. All right, let's go. May have to dial it down just a little bit more on the AVC, but that's still kicking up good though. Turn this down just a little bit more on the AVC and let's bring him on back down. Here he comes. He is trucking. Yeah. Uh-oh, trying to do a little wheelie. All right, let's see what we got on this pass real quick. Let's see what we got. Like I said, this is still stock gearing. All right, this froze at 43. We know we're faster than 43. So I'm thinking 52. Let's see. 56. Nice. Okay, okay. Well, we're gonna take this down one more time to see what we get. All right, some kids coming up there, but we're all good. Kraton is kicking up, so I know some of you speed guys are already thinking about what you're gonna do. Make sure these kids aren't walking up this way. Okay, they're not. I don't wanna turn around and they're right there in front of me and I run into them. Hitting somebody with one of these going 50+ miles per hour is definitely a trip to the hospital. Don't matter, kid, adult, whoever. This thing is trucking, y'all. And I haven't used that word in a long time. All right, let's bring him on back down. Yep, he can definitely pull a wheelie now. All right, let's see if we beat that real quick and see what we got. All right, stop that, read that. 57, impressive. So I'm getting 57 miles per hour stock out the box. And this is a small 6S Lipo. This is a 5500 that I have in here. So of course, if you get a bigger milliamp and higher C rating, you'll go a lot faster. So you'll probably get about maybe 58 to maybe 60 with the higher milliamp Lipo. Now, take in mind that's going to be a lot heavier, but there's going to be links below in the description to some of these SMC Lipos if you're thinking about getting this vehicle or you have one, you're looking for some good Lipos that's going to actually last a long time and give you some good runtime, punch, and all that stuff. So anyway, put your comments down below and let me know about Super Speed Saturday. I'll definitely put a 16 in, but if you want me to put an 18 in and a 20 or bring that with me, I'll test that as well. And if I get 10 unique comments, or let's say 15 this time, I'll go ahead and bring those pinion gears with me and then we can try all 3 of them out. And I want to see how the electronics hold up to at least a 20, possibly a 23 too, because that's what they were putting in the Talon EXB for, I believe, for a speed gear. But anyway, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, put your comments down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Appreciate you guys watching.